Okay, new Tico Talks just dropped for the January 2025. I haven't watched it. I don't know anything what is being said in it. I haven't read any comments. I haven't spoiled myself anything. This is first time watching. Let's just get right into it and I'm just gonna react live, whatever he says and whatever happens.
What's up, gamers? Welcome back to Tico Talks Throne and Liberty. My name's Tico, and I'm the Globalization Design Manager at Amazon Games.
What's up, Tico?
And Liberty. It's been a while since our last chat, and I hope all of you had a chance to get
Yeah, it's been a while.
holidays and enjoy some Throne and Liberty. I might have played a little too much, but hey, when you get a break from work, it's hard to resist. I want to start by thanking all of you for your patience during that holiday period. I know how eager you are to hear from us about many topics, and today we're going to address some of them.
It's been a little bit too long for my taste to stay silent. A lot of people have been very impatient. I don't know how much patience here we're talking about, but there has been like a lot of impatient people.
So grab your favorite drink and let's dive right in. I want to waste no time and start with what's top of mind for many of you: server consolidations.
Server merges, let's go.
They're coming.
Yes.
And I want to be completely transparent about what this means for our community. Our goal with server consolidations is twofold. First, it's to ensure we maintain the competitive landscape within servers. And second, we want to widen the pool of people that can play together on each server. The approach to server consolidations will be a multi-step process that includes merging auction houses between early access and launch servers.
Okay, that's huge. That is huge. Does that mean transfers as well?
Offering a free server transfer period.
Yes!
It includes removing the restriction of transfers between early access and launch servers.
Yeah, fuck yeah!
And finally, the consolidation of existing servers. I want to emphasize...
Okay, this is great news. Exactly what the game needed. Amazon's listening to the feedback. This is amazing news. Server merges, merging auction house from early access and launch servers, and then allowing free transfers from early access to launch servers. This is actually huge. But the real question is, when is it coming?
That any servers impacted will be consolidated into new servers, rather than merging
that makes sense.
Into another already existing server.
So they're gonna merge two servers and create one new server instead of like putting people and like everything from like a dead server into like a more populated server. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, that's what they did in Korea. They literally made new servers.
I know you probably have many questions about what happens during consolidation, which servers will be affected, and plenty more. So to address this properly, we'll be releasing a comprehensive article later this week that will outline all the details, steps we're taking, and planned dates.
Okay, so nothing concrete, no dates. We're gonna know this week. So it's definitely not gonna be next week. It's definitely not gonna be this week because it probably takes a while to do this. So I'm guessing early February. It's kind of disappointing.
So you'll know exactly what to expect. Now,
I mean, that's good.
A lot of discussion from players wondering what we've been working on over the last couple.
I mean, that's, I guess, like having details and like exact date for this to happen. I mean, I expected this to be earlier, but from the looks of it, it might be like in February, mid-February maybe. Hopefully not late February.
Couple of months. Well, all of us at AGS and NCSoft have been focused on making fundamental improvements to Throne and Liberty as we get ready for Talandre's launch, our upcoming free expansion.
What? They're getting ready for Talandra launch? What? We don't even have tier 2 gear.
And I want to share some of those details now. First, let's talk about combat improvements, which is something I've mentioned before,
targeting,
but can now share more specifics.
Fix targeting.
We're making foundational changes to our combat mechanics with the focus on improving fluidity and intuitive feel.
What?
So what does this mean in practice?
Yeah, what does this mean?
Here are some of our planned changes. Players will now maintain their regular movement speed while attacking.
What does that mean? Is that when you like basic attacking? Oh yeah, I saw that on the Grobs video. When you like basic attacking, you lose movement speed. When you're like chasing someone and attacking, you lose movement speed. I guess that's what they mean. Because in other games, like when you're basic attacking and like chasing a target, you don't lose movement speed. You just keep the same movement speed and keep the attack going.
We're eliminating the functionality that forces your character to face your target when attacking.
What? What does that mean?
Introducing line of sight requirements to attack players and monsters.
What?
Movement controls will now be consistent both in and out of combat. Did anyone say backpedal? We're increasing base melee attack range, and changing from camera-based to character-based relative movement.
What? What does that mean?
Additionally, we're making core changes to our targeting system.
Yes!
So you can expect targeting to feel more natural
Yes!
and intuitive when tab targeting.
Fuck yeah!
Responsive and precise when targeting with mouse clicks. These changes are going through multiple rounds of extensive testing to ensure we deliver
Yeah,
the
that took
highest
way too
quality
long to
combat
fix this shit.
experience we can. We're targeting for all of these combat changes to arrive with Talandre.
Which Talandre? What the fuck? That's like 3 months away. Oh my god, like what? There's no way. So many good changes for Talandre? What? They have to put Talandre like in like 1 month. Like there's no way. We don't even have tier 2 gear. Like there's no way they put Talandre with tier 2 gear.
The next major improvement I want to discuss
No
is
way.
open world PvP.
Yeah,
One of
remove
the
alliances.
core elements is epic scale open world PvP. While this vision has
Epic,
worked
yeah.
well with our castle sieges,
Zerg.
and our PvP community is having a blast there, we've noticed something interesting, and that's the incredibly positive reception to our guild versus guild content.
Yeah, that's good. Riftstones,
Also coupled with
boomstones,
concerns
amazing.
about how alliances and mega alliances are continuing to impact the overall PvP experience.
Yeah, negatively.
So, in an effort to lean into guild versus guild content and make their distribution of rewards more fair, we will be making major changes to how field bosses work.
Okay.
Field bosses will transition from an open world PvP format to a guild versus guild format.
Wow, what? I did not expect that. I don't know if that's good. That's good for the health of the PvP and the server. But that would be like instance. That eliminates the whole fucking purpose of having an open world. Literally no instant, seamless open world PvP. I know that's the only way to eliminate Zergs, but is that really the way? To have open world bosses be GVG, like one guild versus one guild in like an instant zone? Oh my god, I don't know if that's a good idea. There's not gonna be, I mean, yeah, it kills the Zergs, but fuck, man, I don't know.
Similar to what you may have experienced in inter-server Riftstone battles.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the way.
1 versus 1 in a boss fight.
They're gonna be matched?
As much
Yeah,
as
I don't
we
know if that's a
continue
good
to evolve,
idea.
We want to adapt content to lean into what players are organically enjoying. And I'm personally very excited and optimistic about
I mean, it's good because people are complaining about Zergs and Mega Alliances destroying the open world and servers. It's gonna give much more chances to like smaller guilds to participate in 1v1s, but that completely defeats the whole purpose of this game. Like the whole thing, the whole vibe of it being like a seamless open world, just to not have any open world content anymore. Like everything is becoming instants. We have peace bosses that are instants. Now world conflict bosses are also going to be instants. Like what happens with the arc bosses? Is that also going to be guild versus guild? Like that should stay like Zergs versus Zerg. That should not be touched.
this new direction. This is a substantial change, and we're still fine-tuning the matchmaking and reward system. So look forward to February when we'll share more detailed information.
More details in February for this? Bro, we're not getting shit until March. Like holy shit.
Now I'd like to talk about a few topics.
Is this like just announcements of the announcements? Like I don't get it.
That I've seen a lot of speculation about in the community and address them directly. Starting with Tier 2 gear.
Yes!
Players will be able to begin acquiring Tier 2 gear at the time Talandre is released.
What? No shot! What is this? When the Talandre is released? Yeah, see, I literally said it. I said that that's what they're planning to do. They plan on releasing the early tier 2 gear with the Talandre, but the Talandre unlocks 3-star dungeons in the upper tier 2 gear. So like, what? Are we gonna get Talandre and not get 3-star dungeons and not get the upper 3-star? Like that doesn't make sense. That completely like just ruins everything. Like what? I don't think that's gonna work.
When that gear does arrive, players will be able to upgrade them all the way to plus 12 from the onset.
Okay, I mean that's normal. Plus 12 level 55.
Will also apply to Tier 1 Arc Boss weapons, and yes, these weapons will also be buffed to match the power of Tier 2 weapons.
Okay.
The other speculative
That's how it is in Korea.
Is the new weapon mastery system that many of you have probably heard about.
Yo, if he says that Master Rework is coming with Talandre, I'm literally gonna flip everything I have here on the table.
From the Korean service. I've seen plenty of guesses for when it will arrive to our service, so I will tell you now that it will also arrive with Talandre.
No way! Fucking shit! Nah, that's not true. What? What is this? They're pushing everything for Talandre? Bro, the Talandre Talandre better be fucking next week. I swear, man. Like, if Talandre isn't next week, nah, no shot. What? Why? Why with
With all
Talandre?
this talk about Talandre, I know you must be wondering, when is Talandre coming?
If he
Or
says
maybe even,
March,
what is Talandre? Well, make sure to tune in to Godspeed's next episode
oh
of
my
Iron
god.
Symposium on January 28th for the big reveal.
So announcements on announcements, like what they don't say anything. I mean, Talandre's gonna be in March, end March, just like they
Between you and
predicted,
me,
just like they wanted
I
it.
wonder if she's going to drop any other information about upcoming content. Okay, we just covered a lot.
There is no
but
upcoming
that's not
content,
everything.
raids only maybe.
Let me highlight some other key improvements in development. First, we're
Yo, where's the one-man dungeons? Where's the artifact system? Where's the... What else are we missing? Housing.
implementing
What?
changes to reduce situations that can lead to toxicity, especially in co-op dungeons. We're also tackling key quality of life improvements, like streamlining inventory management for both regular items and runes. And along those same lines,
Yeah, that's already in
analyzing the
Korea.
game's materials and working to reduce the current material overload that many of you have experienced.
Yeah, that's kind of
And
shit.
finally, something I know many of you will appreciate. We're expanding the ways you can approach gear progression. While
Huh?
PvE content is the current primary path for progression, we want to give you more flexibility to progress through the content you enjoy most, whether that's PvE, PvP, or a mix of both. We're still iterating on the finer points of all of these efforts and their release timing, but I promise to share more information.
So they don't know anything.
Now,
They throw
I
so
wanna
much
talk about some
shit.
promises we've made to you.
No roadmap, no nothing.
Back
They
in
just say it's
October,
gonna come
we
later.
were working on new UI elements to show contextual information about guild contributions during conflict.
Yes, that's already in Korea.
That change is arriving in just a few days on January 23rd.
That should be with Master
Console
Rework.
players,
Fucking
we
hell, man.
promised mouse and keyboard support, and we are now targeting to deliver this feature on February 6th. In my
Man,
recent
Tico,
holiday
this was
letter in
disappointing.
December, I acknowledged your feedback about daily activities feeling overwhelming.
Yeah?
Let me share some initial steps we're taking to address this. Starting January 23rd, you'll be able to open normal end-of-dungeon chests even when doing dimensional trials.
Yes, that's in Korea as
On
well.
February 13th, we're adding the ability to open multiple chests within a single dungeon run.
Okay, double event
This change
dungeons.
will be
That was also in
initially
Korea.
applied to one-star
Okay.
dungeons. We're still working on improvements for contracts and Abyss dungeons. For Abyss dungeons specifically, our focus is less on reducing time spent inside of the dungeons and more on improving the fun factor of the dungeons themselves. On January 23rd, we're adding nighttime chests to Shadowed Crypt for our PvP players.
Okay, that's also in Korea already.
I'm expecting we'll be able to share more details next month.
That should have been last
about
week.
More of the changes coming to Abyss dungeons.
Oh,
that
last
impact
month.
all of
Next
our
month. Next
Let's
month.
jump over to
Fucking
Castle Siege
next
time.
month.
Based on your responses to our recent survey, it's clear that players want sieges to occur later in the day. With our
Yes.
upcoming maintenance this week,
4 p.m. is
the new
shit
Castle
for a
start
siege.
time of 8 p.m. will be reflected in the in-game schedule.
Yes, 8 p.m.
This change
siege.
will impact
That's
Castle
very
Siege on
poggers.
January 26th and all subsequent sieges. And speaking of surveys, I want to remind you how seriously we take your survey feedback.
Yeah, we know.
As you
Like,
can probably tell from today's
you
topics,
improve on the
many of
feedback.
these changes came directly from your feedback in our survey. So please
Yes.
keep giving us that feedback. And thank you all again.
I will
for
give
your
feedback through my
feedback
videos
across
as well.
all of our platforms. If you haven't already, please help us out by leaving a review on your game's platform. We're going to continue to do our best to listen to your feedback, action that feedback, and communicate with you openly and honestly. All right, and now that brings us to our community question. Throne and Liberty currently has cooking and fishing, but if you could add any other form of lifestyle
Housing.
content to Throne and Liberty, what would it be? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this one. Please like
Is
and
housing a
subscribe
life
if you want to
skilling?
see more of these videos. I read each and every comment, so please let us know what you think down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in Silesium.
I have a headache. Oh my god. Everything is... This is like an announcement of an announcement. Like, he said so many things, but it's gonna come later. There's gonna be an announcement later. No dates, no nothing. And most of the shit he said, they have plans to reveal it in February. Yes, we are getting things that Korea already has from the last week, minus the Mastery Rework, which is coming with the fucking Talandra. Tier 2 gear with the Talandra. Mastery Rework with the Talandra. Like, what the fuck? And considering, listen to this, considering they want to make daily activities feel like less you need to do. So they're gonna add in February on 1-star dungeons, you're gonna be able to open two chests at the end. They're adding chests in dimensional trials, and they're making open world dungeons like more efficient and like more rewards and shit like that. So you can spend it more and not waste a lot of time. But for this to actually impact players, some time needs to pass. So if this is going to be implemented in like mid-February, late February, it's gonna have to pass maybe a month before like people can maybe take advantage of it and catch up, right? So I honestly don't see Talandre coming before March. And that's a sad reality. We expected tier 2 gear to come before, then we work slowly towards Talandre with our tier 2 gear, but where would they put the tier 2 gear? That's the question. Because you can't put it in 2-star dungeons like it is in Korea, so they're probably gonna do unlock tier 2 gear, unlock lower tier 2, upper tier 2, 3-star dungeons, and put all of that shit into 3-star dungeons. That's my guess. Talandre is a huge expansion, so they need to do server merges, and they need to do a lot of shit before Talandre. Like this whole timeline just like is completely opposite of Korea was doing, but let's just not compare Amazon and Korea. Like Amazon has shown that they just do their own thing. Like nothing in Korea makes sense. Just forget everything you know about Korea. It doesn't make sense. But is Talandre really going to come sooner than we think? I don't think so. I don't see Talandre coming before March. But it's gonna be like a second part of January, the whole February, probably maybe first week of March, and even if that's pushed, probably end of the March, I would probably say. Because their initial plan to release tier 2 gear was end of Q1, and end of Q1 is March. So with that said, Tico talks, basically announcements of an announcements of an announcements, nothing concrete. Everything that Korea already has, mastery rework, very disappointing that we not get it. It's probably going to be like a month, maybe 2 months before we get it, because it's coming with Talandre. Tier 2 gear with the Talandre. Server mergers also coming. We don't know when, we don't know what. Nobody knows shit. It is what it is. If they don't release Talandre kinda soon, the game is probably going to decline even more. I mean, there's some nice changes coming, but they're improving like combat, targeting, all of that shit, but it's all coming with the Talandre. And if Talandre isn't in February, the game is gonna fucking decline even more. Who's gonna wait until March, end of March, for like the new expansion and all the cool things? Like, if it's coming in March, we're gonna have to grind and play the same shit, boring content for like a month and a half. I don't know. That was like peak Amazon scheduling and releasing content. But yeah, Talandre is a huge fucking patch, huge content update, huge expansion, and unless it's ready and translated and everything is working properly, there's no bugs and exploits, which I doubt. No, it should probably release mid-February, but it's most likely going to be end of March. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about this shit. And yeah, let me know if you're disappointed. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.